Primroses are perhaps best known for the yellow flowering variety that we commonly call the English Primrose. The botanical name is Primula vulgaris and they come from a wide range over northern Europe. There are primroses from North America as well, including Parry's primrose, which is Primula parrii, and the Sierra primula, which is Primula suffrutescens. Primula vulgaris does come in a range of colours. In fact, there are subspecies as well. Primula vulgaris subspecies Sibthorpii is the one that gives us all the colour variation, the pinks, the purples to reds and the whites. You'll also find fully and semi-double flowering types, and these are hybrids. The species Primula vulgaris and the subspecies are the easiest to grow. They can be left in the garden for many years with no issues given the right conditions, which include a humus-rich fertile soil, a position with good morning sun and some afternoon shade. The warmer the climate, the more afternoon shade, and you'll need extra shade in hot climates over summer because primulas don't like dry soils. Temperature range, ideally 2 degrees centigrade, 35 degrees Fahrenheit, up to 25 degrees centigrade, around 75 degrees Fahrenheit in the daytime. In colder zones you'll need to overwinter them indoors or treat them as an annual. Soil that holds some moisture year round is required. Waterlogged soil and wet soils will cause root problems fairly quickly. Fertilise your primroses early in the season. When the new growth begins, a high potash fertiliser is recommended rather than one with a high nitrogen content. We tend to use a slow release organic fertiliser in late winter to early spring when new growth commences. The double flowering and semi-doubles are a little bit more difficult to keep going. They need a more fertile soil, are more fussy about soil moisture, and seem to like to be divided every second or third year. However, dividing them is easy, so keep the water up to them through summer, make sure the drainage is good, and perhaps give them a low nitrogen liquid fertiliser every month or two. With all primroses, it's good to mulch around them. You can use a wood chip mulch, you can use well-rotted compost and cow manure for a little extra love, and of course all of this depends a little on your soil. Can you grow them in pots? Yes, just maintain the same conditions as you would in the ground. When do we divide our primroses? Well, not very often with the species, but when we do, it's immediately after flowering. Other care. Remove old foliage as it dies. Don't leave old foliage hanging around the base of the plants, especially in pots, because this tends to cause fungal diseases. People ask if primroses are fragrance. Well, they are, but the fragrance is really light. What we're growing them for is the masses of flowers, as on this clump here. And of course, there's lots of other primrose, or if you like, primula species, and we'll look at those in a separate video. Primroses are often seen as an old-fashioned plant. However, we think that if you've got the right conditions, they make a wonderful addition to your garden. Subscribe to the YouTube channel for regular updates on a whole range of garden plants, and as always, good luck with your gardening. "75 degrees Fahrenheit,